3 decades after Sidney Prescott first picked up the phone and heard the chilling words, "What's your favorite scary movie?" the Scream franchise is still alive and still evolving. With the release of Scream 7 on February 22, 2026, fans witnessed a powerful return to legacy storytelling. And now, the conversation has already shifted toward one burning question. Is Scream 8 next? Is Scream 8 really happening? At the moment, neither Spyglass Media Group nor Paramount Pictures has officially announced Scream 8. However, history tells us something important. When a Scream movie performs well at the box office, another sequel usually follows. And this time, the signs are strong. Why a sequel feels likely? Strong box office performance. Scream 7 opened with impressive numbers, both domestically and internationally. Fan demand. Social media is already flooded with sequel discussions, theories, and casting predictions. Creative enthusiasm. Co-writer and director Kevin Williamson has openly expressed interest in continuing the story. According to him, Neve Campbell pitched an idea that genuinely excited everyone involved. He said, "If this movie works and people want it, we're here for the fans." That statement alone speaks volumes. When could Scream 8 be released? Executive producer Marianne Maddalena has suggested that production could begin in fall 2026, though she cautioned that nothing is locked in yet. If production follows the same pattern as Scream 7, here's a realistic timeline. Fall 2026, potential filming begins. Late 2027, possible theatrical release. For comparison, Scream 7 began filming in January 2025 and premiered roughly 1 year later. If history repeats itself, Ghostface may return by late 2027. What could Scream 8 be about? Every Scream film follows a familiar yet evolving formula. A new Ghostface emerges, the killer targets a specific group, the motive often connects back to Sidney Prescott, and the story satirizes modern horror trends. If Scream 8 continues focusing on Sidney and her family, the stakes could become even more personal and far more terrifying. Possible story directions. 1. Sidney's family in danger. Now that Sidney is a mother, the story could explore a ghost face targeting her children, a psychological thriller angle centered on generational trauma, a cult of ghost faces. Some fans speculate a multi-killer storyline inspired by toxic internet fandom culture, taking the meta-commentary to a new level. Hollywood meta-commentary. Because Scream thrives on self-awareness, the 8th installment could explore legacy fatigue, horror franchise reboots, and streaming versus theatrical releases. Williamson has said he has a lot of ideas, but officially, no plot details have been revealed. Who could return? The most likely returning cast members include Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott, Courtney Cox as Gale Weathers. Courtney Cox is the only actor to appear in all 7 films. If Scream 8 moves forward, her return feels highly probable. Recent controversies surrounding Melissa Barrera's firing and Jenna Ortega's departure shifted the creative direction back toward legacy characters. And with Sidney once again at the center, the franchise appears to be embracing its roots. Why Sidney Prescott still matters. Sidney isn't just a final girl. She's one of horror's most enduring icons. Over 3 decades, she has survived multiple massacres, faced numerous Ghostface killers, and become a symbol of resilience. Her return in Scream 7 restored the emotional core of the franchise. If Scream 8 continues that arc, it could either provide a definitive chapter or pave the way for a new generation. Why the franchise still works. Unlike many horror series, Scream adapts to cultural shifts. It survived the 1990s slasher boom, the 2000s remake era, the streaming revolution, cast controversies. What keeps it relevant? Self-awareness, satire, emotional stakes, a strong female lead, and the classic whodunit mystery structure. That adaptability is why fans believe an eighth installment isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Could Scream 8 be the final chapter? Every sequel brings the same question. Is this the end? But horror franchises rarely disappear forever. Possible directions include a definitive ending for Sydney, a transition to new protagonists, a trilogy capstone spanning films 7 through 9, or even a soft reboot setup. Right now, the creative team seems focused on storytelling, not closure. Final thoughts. While Scream 8 has not been officially announced, the combination of strong box office results, creative enthusiasm from Kevin Williamson, Neve Campbell's involvement, and ongoing fan demand makes it feel less like if and more like when. If production begins in fall 2026, audiences could see Ghostface return to theaters by late 2027. Until then, fans can only speculate.